All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out. If it's your first time stopping in, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. Really helps out what we're trying to do here. We are back at Above the Clouds Hostel in Suches, Georgia. Is it Suches?
Suches.
Suches? I don't know. Leave a comment below. I don't know how you say it. I don't know if you leave a comment below how I'm going to know any different. But anyways, I digress. We're back at Above the Clouds Hostel where we stayed last time. If you remember, about 6 months ago, we posted a video where we did the approach trail from Springer Mountain to Woody Gap on the Appalachian Trail. And now we're going to start at Woody Gap and hike to North Carolina. We're going to leave here early in the morning. And then Friday, we'll get picked up by a shuttle service and brought back. We'll stay at Above the Clouds Hostel one more time. And then we'll be completely done with the state of Georgia. Think about that. Mountain Goat's got a lot to say today. Anyway, so last video we did, you got a tour of the Above the Clouds Hostel, but this is a pretty neat deal. So this time they have this, they have what they call Nimrod's Castle. I don't know, you might be able to see it up there on top of the hill. And this is the new building. Oh, well, when I say new building, like the porch is new and the inside's been renovated. So let's go check that out. It's actually a pretty neat deal. All right, got this nice little front porch seating area. Not bad. Mountain Goat wants me to hurry up and get done with my video so he can call his mama. It's Mother's Day.
I love my mama.
He love his mama. Super cool paint job. All of this floor is painted. It's neat. Walls are painted. All this paint job was done by a fellow named Paint Splash. So if you want a similar paint job, hit him up. We got the sleeping area here. We got 4 bunks. Should be a nice little sleeping arrangement tonight. Got us a table here. Sit and play some cards. Maybe have us a drink or two before we go to bed, and we head out in the morning. Get back on the trail. So if I don't see you before then, see you in the morning. All right, guys, had a great stay at Above the Clouds Hostel last night. We just got dropped off here at Woody Gap 6 months ago. This is where we ended our first little section here in Georgia. So now we're back. Let's start back where we left off. See if we can complete the state of Georgia this time. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Whoop! Almost fell. All right, we've had some up and down today. About 4.5 miles in. Nice. 2 hours on the trail, 4.5 miles in. It's a good time for me. Now we got this beautifully packed, somewhat sandy, wide, flat path to walk. Love that. Obviously this isn't gonna last very long, but we still got, I think, 5.5 miles to go. And we'll end our day with good old Blood Mountain, ascent and descent. And that should be the end of day one. And that's the plan, yeah?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Except we're going back up again.
Oh, going back up. All right, let's get after it. So we started at Woody Gap. That's 5.6 the way we just came. We're at Jared Gap. We got 5.2 to where we're headed, which is Neal's Gap. And if we feel good,
Like 4.
when we feel good when we get there, we may go further.
Brand new signs.
Yeah. Jared Gap Trail and water to the right. We headed straight. That way, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right.
2 hours, 30 minutes, 5.3. Looks like we're going up.
Lovely. More uphill. Just what I enjoy.
We got about 4 miles uphill coming.
Anyways, let's get back after it. All right, what do you think? We made it to the top of Blood Mountain, buddy.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little old and out of shape, but I actually think, so we've been told that hiking to the top of Blood Mountain northbound is the easiest way to do it.
I'll let you know on the way down.
Right, so as it stands right now, I think LeConte was worse, but steps are my kryptonite, and LeConte had way more steps. This was a climb, but there was a lot less steps, so it worked out great. Let's sit down and enjoy some lunch, shall we? All right, we just got done with lunch. Let's take a look at the Blood Mountain shelter. It's supposed to be the oldest, or one of the oldest shelters on the entire Appalachian Trail. Pretty daggum neat. Hand-hewn rafters up here. Definitely pretty old. Definitely pretty neat.
Guess they don't want you having fires no more.
No more fires here. Heading down the mountain, and you come across another most beautiful view. What we got here? A little informational board.
Yep. Forest Service information. Saying we are leaving Blood Mountain Wilderness.
Right down there is the outdoor center that we headed to. So let's get down there. Here they got pizza and ice cream. Let's go check it out. Let's go. Well, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we ate pizza. I had a fudge round, Coca-Cola, and the Appalachian Trail runs right through the store. How cool is that? All right, let's get back after it. See how many miles we can get in today before my old legs fall off. Start out with a nice little uphill right out of the gate. You do know I just ate half a pizza, right?
Yep. I ate the other half.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to our camp spot. Whoop, what was the name of this place?
Wolf Laurel Top.
Wolf Laurel Top. It's where we found the camp tonight. And let me share the view with you. It's quite spectacular. Sunrise in the morning right over those mountains. We're waking up and heading out. Yeah. Let's get camp set up. All right, guys, well, it's about 8 o'clock. But it's a little chilly up on top of this mountain. So even though the sun hadn't gone down yet, I'm gonna crawl in this here tent, call it a day. The mountain goat tried to kill me today. I thought we was doing a 10-mile day. We ended up doing like a 14-mile day, I think. And of course, we're in the mountains, so you know, it's all the hiking. A little more, a lot of this, a little bit of this, and then a lot more of this. But the camp spot is beautiful. I should be able to look right out my tent and see the sunrise in the morning. So I got no complaints. I complained a lot after he pushed me past the 10-mile mark, but well worth it, well worth it. So we'll see y'all in the morning. Oh, what a beautiful view. Oh.
You get any sleep?
About 2 hours, maybe.
Man. You are right. This is the best view we've ever had waking up from a campsite. Oh, good morning. This is what, morning one, morning two?
Yep.
Morning two. We did right around 14 miles yesterday. Went from Woody Gap to Neil's Gap to the store. Had some pizza. And then against my better judgment, we went, what, a little over 4 miles?
Yep.
A little over 4 miles past that, so a little over 14 mile day. But it was a good decision. My body didn't like it, but it was a good decision. The campsite is phenomenal. Look, check it out. Oh, yeah. How beautiful. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all packed up, leaving this wonderful campsite. Take a gander at it here. It's where our tents and everything were set up. All the leave no trace principles followed. The next person here won't even know we were here. I think the goal for today is the Chattahoochee.
Chattahoochee River.
So we got about 12 miles. Let's get after it. All right, we just come up on Hog Pen Gap. We got to experience our first bit of trail magic. We crossed the road to Hog Pen Gap. Before we got back in the woods at the parking area, there was a gentleman that hopped out and offered us some fresh fruit, some apples and bananas and oranges. That was pretty cool. What's the one thing you said you wanted to maybe run into on this trip?
Trail magic.
Trail magic. That's cool. Awesome guy. Said he was born and raised here. Awesome guy. Thank you for the fruit. I don't know if you see this video or not, but if you do, thank you for the fruit. The orange is delicious. How's the apple?
Very good.
Phenomenal. Awesome. Let's keep going.
Going somewhere in here today.
I think I hear a woodpecker. Is that a woodpecker? Let me know in the comments below. I think it is. Listen. That's definitely a woodpecker. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure that's a woodpecker. Pretty neat. All part of the journey. Mountain goat says it's a woodpecker too. Just letting them know that you agree with me that it's a woodpecker. Just what we've been looking for lunch. Our lunch spot for the day. Low Gap shelter. And there should be some water. Maybe even a privy. All right, well we've, ooh, that might make it even worth it. Look there. It says, I don't know, it's on top of a hill. Might not make it. But we're at Low Gap shelter. This is Low Gap shelter. Have us a little lunch right here by the water source. Fill up with water and hike up out of here. Try to get to Chattahoochee, somewhere around the Chattahoochee, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's eat lunch. I'm starving. All right, lunch is done. It's on my hat. Lunch is done. Potty break's done. Water's all topped off. I think we got about 5 miles to go. We're gonna try to camp by the Chattahoochee Gap, I think is what he said it was. So we got about 5 miles to go. And yeah. We don't see anything cool between here and there. Ooh, I tell you what I did see that I didn't stop and take a video of, because we was getting really close to the lunch spot and I was hungry. But on the way to Low Gap, there was a rock like sticking right out of the side of the hill. Looked like Georgia's version of Pride Rock. It's pretty cool. I just didn't feel like videoing it because I was starving and we were almost to the lunch spot. But all right, looks like the mountain goat's ready. Throw these packs back on and go another 5 miles. See you there. Hiking after lunch is always hard. Belly's full. I just want to take a nap. As soon as we leave, what do we get? Freaking hill climb. Imagine that. But check this out. This is neat.
Best flowing water I've seen on this whole trip.
Our guess is this flowing water makes its way all the way down the hill there and feeds the area where we just filled up our water bottles. All the way down. The shelter's at the bottom of this ravine here. But yeah, pretty nice. What'd you say, best flowing water we've seen to date?
So far in this trip.
On this section anyways. All right, well, I guess this means we have to continue on. This is a pretty cool little deal. Hiking through with the trees growing over the trail kind of on both sides. We walked through something like this similar last year. I think I called it the Gates of Narnia or something. No, we weren't in the Smokies. I think it was in our... Maybe, yeah. Either way, it's a pretty cool deal. I enjoyed the shade. Pretty awesome little hike through that. We should be about 1.5 miles or so from camp, so we'll see you guys there. All right, ladies and gents, the campsite we were supposed to stay at about 2 miles back didn't pan out. It was not good for water, and the ground was basically solid rock. So got our clothesline set up. We got a new campsite. It's extremely small, so we're having to basically sleep right next to each other. And there's the trail. Camp, trail. Yeah, so hey, sometimes you do what you got to do. We're gonna get camp finished up, get something to eat, because you know Dad is hungry. Then we're gonna call it a night. Morning. It's 6:30 in the morning. It's a little chilly out. So anyways, we did like somewhere between 15 16 miles yesterday. Our original campsite was not a good campsite, so we continued on down the trail and found something that was better, but still not a great campsite. In this here spot, we had cell service. We got the unfortunate news that it's supposed to be thunderstorming on Friday, like early Thursday or late Thursday night, all day Friday. So once we get to Unicoi Gap today, we'll have to make a decision as to whether to call it or not. Because once we pass Unicoi Gap, we're basically committing to hiking through thunderstorms, and I just don't know that I'm good with that. And I don't think Mountain Goat really likes hiking in the rain either. And so we ain't out here to through hike this joker. We out here to have a good time, and hiking in a thunderstorm doesn't sound like a good time to me. So we'll make that decision later. Till then, it's 6:30. It's chilly. Taking my butt back to bed. See y'all. All right, we got camp all packed up. We had tents here. Mountain Goat's bag all packed up. Our bag all packed up. We didn't do fires and stuff. That was there when we got here. So leave no trace principles squarely intact here. And we are going to get today's journey underway. We'll see you guys back in a little while.
This party started.
All right, we're only about a half mile into the day. I wanted to take a quick second to say thank you. These things have been all over the trail. Trees that are blown down, and somebody's trudged a chainsaw out here to cut the path clear. This is by far the biggest tree. That's a house. But thank you to whoever has to trudge the chainsaw out here, whether it's the Forest Service or the Appalachian Trail Conservancy or Friends of the Appalachian Trail, whoever it may be. This trail is especially rocky and somewhat difficult. So thanks for coming out, clearing the trail, climbing over trees. Doesn't make the trail any more fun. So thanks for that. All right, let's get back to it. Just in case you didn't know, the blue blazes that you see usually indicate water. So, mountain goat here is filling up a little spring water. We're gonna filter that off, get us a drink. We should be about 2.5 miles from Unicoi Gap. So let's get some water in us.
Make you like buzz buzz.
All right, we're coming up on Unicoi Gap. This is our planned lunch spot for the day. I think we'll sit here and make a decision about the days to come. The thunderstorm coming in. If we don't pull out here today, it's a guarantee we're hiking in a thunderstorm. So we talked about it after watching the weather forecast last night when we got cell service. And I think the general consensus is we're gonna get pulled out right here, call it a trip. There's nobody here wants to hike in a thunderstorm. I know I don't want to hike in a thunderstorm. So Unicoi Gap may be a good exit location for us.
See chairs over here.
I got a chair in my pack. All right, Mountain Goat, thumbs up or down? We hiking in a thunderstorm or no? The other half of that decision, are we hiking in a thunderstorm or no? So that's a thumbs down. We're getting out of here at Unicoi Gap. Try to come back another time when the weather's nicer. And hopefully we'll see you guys back at the Above the Clouds hostel. Taking a shower, because I smell dirty nasty. So thanks to the Georgia Appalachian Trail Club. So we started here this year at Woody Gap. All the way around up over Blood Mountain on our first day, and this Walasi-Yi Center at Neal's Gap is where we had pizza. And then we hiked probably somewhere up here on top of Turkey Pen Mountain for our campsite. After that, we hiked over Hog Pen, stopped at Low Gap for lunch, and then we camped somewhere down in here. It doesn't say Chattahoochee Gap on here anywhere, but probably somewhere closer to Jack's Gap here. Yeah, because we passed that. that trail. So we camped somewhere around in here and then up over Blue Mountain today, and now we are here at Unicoi Gap. The plan obviously was to hike the rest of this little section to North Carolina over the course of the next 2 days. But if we don't pull out here, we're gonna get caught somewhere in the middle of all this in a severe thunderstorm. And I'm not about that life. So we're leaving. And I'm okay with that. That was a fun hike. Couple days in the woods, made for a nice day. Now let's get on the road. We got a shuttle coming to pick us up, so let's get on the road, get this party started. All right, so we had John pick us up at Unicoi Gap. You saw the voting take place earlier. I think for me and Mountain Goat both, hiking, we want it to be enjoyable, and there's absolutely nothing enjoyable about hiking in a thunderstorm. We got caught in a rainstorm on the AT our last time out, and it was terrible, so a thunderstorm sounds even worse. So we had John pick us up, bring us back here to Above the Clouds Hostel, which we stayed at earlier in the video. I'm going to link them below. This is a phenomenal place as far as working with your schedule, your reservation, being flexible. Fantastic. Nimrod always cooks great food for supper, so you get a hot cooked supper, a hot meal for breakfast, and it's always been fantastic. Great place. Come and check them out if you're anywhere near such as Georgia and you need a place to stay. Fantastic people here. All in all, our 3 days, 2 nights in the woods was enjoyable. The AT giveth and it taketh away. So had some good looking sights, but lots of mountains. Obviously we're in the Appalachian Mountains, so there's going to be lots of ups and downs, which, you know, Fat Boy here isn't exactly thrilled about, but it was a good time. It was peaceful, enjoyed it. Make sure and check out Above the Clouds. The outdoor center that we stopped at, I'll try to find them online and link them below. It was really cool. We stopped there for lunch, ate a whole pizza. Lots of good outdoor stuff there, but I just got a pizza and a Coke. Probably should have skipped on the pizza and the Coke before hiking 4 miles after that, but it was a good time. All in all, did you have a good time?
Did.
Yeah, as long as we don't get stuck in a thunderstorm, it was a good day for us. So as usual, you're hiking in the woods and you're enjoying the peace and serenity that nature has to offer. It's not a bad life if it's a dad life. Come on.